Welcome back to my channel. I'm Dan Brown. I've got a great piano lesson ready for you today. So if you're ready, head on over to the piano because we're going to get started right now. That's a little example of some honky tonk stuff you can do in the key of G, and I'm going to show you how to do that. The main emphasis on our lesson today are what we call thirds. So a third is just an interval between one note and another note. They're not very wide. In a major scale, so in a G major scale, you have the major scale that starts like this, 1, 2, 3. So from here to here is called a third. So these little thirds are everywhere, and I usually play them with my pointer finger and my ring finger. I think everybody's a little bit different on that, but so I'll just show you the thirds. See, they can go up, and we're on G, and they can go down. This is kind of an overview of the little song that I made up to show you these. You can do a lot with thirds. It's not just limited to the song I'm going to show you. So that's over G. So say you got the TRILLS bass going. And I'm trilling because typically you don't want to let a third just sit there. It's kind of like letting a bowl of ice cream just sit out. You know, you want to put a trill on it. Same with a 6. You could just leave it there, but you want to let these ring whenever you can. And I know if you're a beginner and you're just watching this video, you're probably thinking, man, that's going to take me some time. Don't worry about that right now, guys. Just get to where you can move up and down. That's what I want you to do with these thirds. Just be able to move them. So over G, let me go back to where I was. And the TRILLS, you know, that's kind of just filling that space. So the TRILLS is a different thing. I have lessons on that you can watch, but just really focus today on these thirds that go up and down. Let me show you how you do that. So I would recommend that you start out by using your pointer finger and your ring finger. So you're going to play these two notes. I'm not even going to tell you the names of the notes. You can see them there. Just move from here. So white, white, black, white. And when you're learning to play by ear, look for these patterns of color because they are going to be super important. You just think, well, I'm playing this little pattern and I know there's one place where I'm going to play some black notes. So that's it right there. So over G you go up and you go down. Now to go to the C, you're going to do this. Let me just show you first and then I'll show you how to do it. So each one of the movements is a 4, like there's 4 little parts to it. So you got these, play those. There's your black ones. Just remember that your black notes are going to connect you to here. Now when you land here, you're on a C. And we're in the key of G, and we're going to be using G, we're going to be using C and D. That's really a D7. So again, here's what you got. Let's just review so far. You're going to go up. Now right there, if you don't know how to trill, just start trilling. Just break these up. And no, I absolutely don't expect you to just be able to sit down and start trilling. You gotta make a connection between your brain and your fingers, and it's um it's kind of a fine motor task that you'll learn how to do in time. Now, to go to the C, we're gonna just hit those black ones here. Now here, you're on your C. When you hit that C, you can play your trails here. And I've got a lot of lessons, like I said, on the trails already they're going to be helpful, and the trails pattern works great for the kind of stuff we're doing today. So you go down, and then after you play your C, hit this twice, 3 times, 1, 2, 3, and then back to here. And guys, I'll tell you, if you're just learning how to move these thirds, you're not going to be able to trill them. But just think about that. You know, if you want to work on this with just your right hand and you get to here, just start doing this. Just start doing some baby trills. And actually, these are what I call a slow trill. If you get the timing right and you get it lined up with the trail's bass, it'll sound like this. And that's a faster one, but this one, yeah, it's a little tricky. It's a little tricky for me to do. So let's review. You go up on your G, you go back down, your bass is going on the trails. Now we're going to go down to our C. 1, 2, 3, back to there. And guys, like I said, just let this sit. If you're just moving your thirds and just working on your thirds, you can just let that sit. Now here, what we're going to do next, we're going to go from G to D, and you can see on the chart that the D is to the left there. So here's how you do it. You move from here to here. Watch. It's a movement of 4. Let me show you that again. Let me demonstrate it for you, and then I'll show you how to do it. So what we did, we moved down to the D and we moved back into the G. So here's what you do. Just grab these two, and again, I'm using the same fingers for all of this. This is my pointer finger and my ring finger. So play these, scoot straight over. Now this is called chromatic. You're going to move from here. You're not skipping any notes when you move from here to here. I'll hold that for a second. That's like a D flat. It's like a little D flat, but it's a connector. It's just like a little piece of connecting tissue that gets us right here. Okay, and that's D. So what did we do? Well, we went up to the D. You don't stay there very long. Watch. Okay, let me show you that again. Doing actually what we did, you're doing exactly the same thing when you went up. Here's your G again. That's a D7. Now here, to get back to your G, you're going to half step into it. Like that. And these are not thirds, but I have a lesson on this. You're going to probably do it like this. Take your time with it. You know what I do when I'm trying to learn something new, and I'm trying to learn new stuff all the time, and I'm a slow learner. I've always been a slow learner on the piano, and I would say this, try to get just a little bit of it. So plan on watching this video um, as many times as you need to. I've already done this in the key of C. What I like to do, say I start with C on something, I'm gonna want to do it. I'm gonna want to go around the circle. I really want to do all of my lessons in all 12 keys. So if you see lessons coming up like that are in F and B flat, don't be afraid of those. Don't shy away from those. That's what that looks like in B flat. I hope you enjoyed that lesson and I hope it was helpful. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you back real soon. Bye bye.